Alright, good morning there, everyone. So, we've got the winter major this week, and I'm going to go ahead and do a pro guide for this tournament. And just looking at the ball that they brought out for season 6, this is the exact same ball as 3 or 4 other that they brought out in the past year. The blue marble, the origin ball. There's one or two other examples that they brought out of this exact same ball. Somewhat usable ball, but really doesn't provide much more than a berserker or another ball of that sort of nature. So maybe it wouldn't hurt to grab a few, but not going to be all that useful in my opinion. So for pro, I'm going to use 2 bags. I'll use the extra mile bag and the quarterback. And for hole 1, see if we can use a quasar. So this is a brand new course, so a little bit of figuring out to do during this tournament, but with all the shot sharing and stuff with clans, shouldn't be too big of a deal to get everything figured out by the weekend. So what I'm going to try to do is land kind of right here. And I'm going to try one top spin. So a little downhill, so I'm going to play about 20% extra wind, so 7 miles an hour. And so about 3.5 rings with this club. And probably need a little bit of overpower still. So that's not too bad. One top spin works pretty well. 2 top spin 2 top spin will probably be alright as well. It'll probably get you even a little bit farther down there. So with our thorn, I'm going to be pretty close to minimum club. So 4 per ring at minimum. Go ahead and play a little bit over 2 rings. Play the wind about 8.2 or so. Not quite. So, just needed a little more there. It's kind of hard to tell too with that fairway being so bumpy. It may not have been a bad adjustment. It may have just landed on a bad spot on that fairway, so. With that being the case and the winds in pro, it may not be a bad idea just to dunk it with the thorn. Probably be about 3 per ring or so. From where I was, so. Okay, so hole 2, I believe, is par 5. Whoops. I'm definitely going to want at least a Titan ball on this hole, just because there is a long gap to cross in the second shot, so. So you can probably reach either way, but my recommendation is going to be to go along the right side and just use like a quarterback or rock or whatever, just to make sure that you safely get yourself into the fairway, because it'll leave a lot shorter of a second shot. But I think our opponent got farther enough down there that they'll be alright as well. So let's see. So I'm just going to play this probably about 10% extra, so I'll go 8 rings. And just see how far that gets me down there. Uh-oh. Whew. Got a little bit lucky there. Definitely no reason to get that aggressive, so I'll probably start my aim a little bit farther to the left from going forward. So from here, we should be doing a rough bump, so let's see. So I'm gonna try 2 topspin. And 2 right spin. And I'm gonna go 10% extra, so 6 rings. Let's see how that works. Not too bad. It was going to end up a little bit left, but kind of the same thing as hole number 1. Kind of hard to tell at this point if it's due to hitting a weird bump in the fairway or if not adjusting enough rings. So just kind of something you'll have to tinker with in the qualifying and opening rounds. So nothing special so far. Trying to think. I think probably minus 12 is probably the standard score. Getting all the par 5s. I don't think any par 4s are drivable, but we'll see. So hole 3. Try to go with the Quasar. I may actually go with the katana right here. Looks like a good opportunity for a rough bump. So we're at minimum club, probably about mid club when we adjust. It's gonna be hard to make this work, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go pretty close to 1-to-1 on the rings. So let's try 7 rings. And we'll need some curl. Not too bad there. Definitely something I could see going in. Just got to find that right amount of curl. Hole 4. This one is interesting. Depending on the wind direction, this one could be drivable, actually. With the Berserker, I think so. So let's go ahead. Stick with the katana. Over just about 6 miles an hour. Oops. So really just trying to get this as far down here as I can, and then I'll be going for a rough bump on the second shot. Apocalypse 7. So this should be pretty good to see as far as... Well, definitely with the Berserker. He could have made it, but... Yeah, I don't understand that, but whatever. So about mid club here. Try to find a spot where the ball guide isn't too glitchy. Mid club, probably 1.7 per ring. So let's try 4 rings. Oh, a little bit hot, but it did go in. So probably too much topspin on my part, but the ball guide was kind of glitchy, so. I'm not sure if there's really any way to make it where it's not glitchy, but as long as you hit the center of the pin, I think it'll go in. Okay, so hole 5 is either, I can't remember if it's a par 5 or par 3. Par 5. So, let's go with this bag. We're definitely going to need at least a katana, possibly a titan. We'll see. This is one of those holes that you just really want to get your eagle and walk away. There's really not much of a chance for albatross or anything like that. So let's see. So I'm going to set up right here. And use curl to bring it back, so. Just about 2 per ring. And see if we can put ourselves in the fairway. So, not too bad there. Hopefully from there we can reach the next to the last little fairway and make it onto the green. Oh wow. So, looks like there's definitely an option just to fly it to that second fairway as well. Not sure if extra mile could reach that far or not. So, I believe the number of backspin I need is about 4. Yeah, looks about right. Probably even go 5. And max overpower. So we probably need about half overpower. And the key here is just to be safe. I'm not trying to make this at all, just trying to put it on the green, so. Accomplished that, got the eagle, and move on to the next hole. As you can see, if you can make it this far, there is a backstop. If he'll push it a little bit higher up. Not going to use it. But if you do end up in this situation, you can use that hill up behind the green. And especially with a sniper, you should be able to see exactly where it's going to go, so. So make sure we don't qualify here. And move on to number 6. It's the number -9. So definitely a QB or a sniper and a quasar. This looks like we'll be in sniper range, which is good. And this is the safer of the two plays. You're not likely to make the hole in one go in this direction. So I'm going to try the other direction just to see if I can't at least try to make the ace. So, as you can see, this is pretty significantly downhill. And we're at Men Club. So, I'm actually going to play this. Oh, wow. Well, this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Kind of a weird angle. But let's give it a shot anyways. So let's go 2 backspin, 4 right spin. And 1 per ring. Give it some curl. Yeah, I don't know. From the second tee, this just doesn't seem like a very likely hole in one. It's a weird angle, so honestly, it may just be better just to play the other direction and take the easy birdie. I don't know. So hole 7. Might be forced to use a power ball on this hole. So maybe a little bit downhill. So I'll play about 10% extra wind. So 6.5 or so. So 2 per ring. A little bit over 3 rings. And looks like I landed right where I wanted to, so about 10% extra on that drive, I think. And what that should set us up for is a backspin thorn shot, which should have a pretty decent chance of going in, actually, so see what we can do. So it looks like max distance on our thorn. And we'll set up just left of the cup. And try 3 rings, just for a start. It's probably not enough, though. Oh. Yeah, just need a little bit more adjustment, so probably I think I adjusted that one about 10% extra, so probably right at maybe 20% extra. Give you a good chance of making that. I don't know, that was pretty close. So maybe just a tad bit more. Oh wow. So as you can see, people are gonna be all over this one, so definitely one you'd probably like to get at least once on the weekend round if you're gonna have a chance to win. So hole 8, par 3. So this hole is also way downhill. Probably gonna play at 30% extra. So 6.5, so probably 8.5. It's probably what I'll play this one at. So let's try 3 backspin. And let's go 8 rings, since I'm not quite at max club. And just see where that ends us up at. Not too bad. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to use a katana there, just for that little bit of extra side spin, but as you can see, this shot has you land on a pretty bumpy surface, so I don't know that it's going to be consistent every single time, so definitely something to keep in mind. So let's move on to hole number 9. And I think this is the only hole that I'm going to put the big dog on for, just because it's got a really long second shot. So 2.5 per ring. Man, this is going to be a tough shot. I think I'm going to try to go left as well. Because with pro level clubs, I just don't see going to the right as being a very viable option. Let's see. Oops. Yeah. So, this would be a good hole to use one of those balls that they brought out for this tournament. What the heck? Just kind of winging it. Looks like it's going to work out. I wish there was a better way to do this. Maybe a big topper on this hole, just to get over to this fairway over here without using overpower. But yeah, I really don't know. This is a really tough hole for pro players. As you can see, we're playing a replay, and the replay making a par means that both players made a par, so. Alright. So, can't really tell where this is going to end up. I'm going to try that. I'm not at max club, but I'm going to pretend I am. 2.5 per ring. Oh, sit. Whew. So I think I used 3 topspin there, so definitely need a little bit more than that. 4 to 5 probably. Probably just one ring here. So, definitely think minus 12 is the score that you'd like to have in the bag before you even walk to the tee every single time. But there definitely is some opportunities for pro. Hole number 1, hole number 4. Really all the par 4s. You have a really good chance of stealing a stroke on, so. Hope you guys found this helpful. I think it's definitely a manageable course. I think probably most divisions of pro, 25 or 26, will put you in competition for the win, but Hopefully you found these shots helpful, and good luck, guys.